Hey there, beautiful people. Right, so this reverse chariot came up. Chariot came up for me the other day as well. So obviously it's coming up reversed again. Just to, hey, maybe just kick my ass a little bit more, pose a few more questions that I need to ask myself. And those questions are going to be about movement. It's going to be about, hey, why are you afraid to move? What is it that's blocking you from going forward? Are you waiting for life to kick you up the arse? Why would you wait for that? Why not move yourself? Why not get in the car, grab the car keys, and turn that ignition key and go somewhere? Now, a lot of the reasons can be that we don't know where we're going. We don't have a plan. We don't know where to go. So we need to feel that guidance. And a lot of the time, that guidance comes from the outside world, and we let it come from the outside world. So we expect it to come from the outside world. Ever since we were kids, mum and dad told us what to do, or whoever was guiding us, the school told us what to do. This guided us here, molded us, and pushed us in this direction and that direction. We weren't really having to make a huge amount of proper decisions for ourselves. And so we can stay a little bit locked in that story. We can go from a job where a boss tells us what to do, and we can go and find another job where somebody else tells us what to do. And we can get into the habit of being told what to do and not to get in that frame of mind where we're the ones in the driving seat and we're the ones who are making all the decisions. And it's scary to make all the decisions because there's much more responsibility there. Because if we make a decision and it's wrong and we make a mistake, then we are the ones responsible, not somebody else. If somebody else told us where to go and it didn't turn out, well, then that's their fault. I don't have to take responsibility for that. And so there's that fear of failure that comes along, which is owned a little bit more if it's the choices are our own. And so we need to embrace that fear. Okay, yeah, we can fail, we can make mistakes, but it's 10 times stronger, maybe the fear of making a mistake and maybe the responsibility that we have to take when we do so. But it's 10 times stronger also the joy we can feel and the motivation that can come from succeeding and getting somewhere and making that success come from our own efforts and our own choices and our own decisions and our own plans. And when I say our own plans, it doesn't have to come from, from our heads, but it will seem that way. We can tap into a little bit of guidance too. We can find guidance from the outside, but make the choices yourself, make the plans yourself, make sure that we're aware about where is the resistance to stepping in to driving our life and moving ourselves towards something specific. Figure it out. If your life's going round and round in circles and you're just repeating the same old stories over and over again, then just ask yourself a few questions. What's the plan, Stan? What's the plan for my life? Where am I going? Where do I not want to be? Where would I like to be? But on all levels, yeah, spiritual levels, mental levels, emotional levels, physical levels. Where do I want to be on all those levels? Let's get clear. Let's get decisive. Let's get focused. And let's make a plan about that. Let's make a system that actually works for us. We don't have to know where the end result is going to take us, but we do have to find the motivation to get in the car and start moving, and that requires us to take one step, and it's just one step. So figure out what that step is, take it, and then stop, have a look around, check in with yourself, see where you feel, and then where's the next step, and then take it and make that movement. And if it doesn't end up right, then we might have to backtrack. This card sometimes is about that blockage of movements that we sometimes feel. We might be in a traffic jam sometimes, and we'll have to learn patience, or we'll have to learn, hey, maybe is there another route, or we might have to even turn around and come back and find a different place and start from the beginning all over again. But that's okay, right? There's some times in life it's going to be a little bit like that, and other times it's going to be like, ooh, we're cruising down the motorway at like 70 miles an hour, and we're going places, and we're arriving, we're achieving things. And sometimes we're climbing a hill where we have to put the gas on a little bit, and it's a little bit challenging, and we might have to rev the motor up inside of us and rev up our excitement in the same way, because otherwise we're never going to get there. Life's not always going to be a downhill ride. Sometimes going to be a challenging uphill one, but if we're afraid of that challenge, then we will get stuck and we will get stagnant, and that stagnancy is going to feel pretty bad. So If there's a lack of movement in your life, get a plan. If there's a lack of movement in your life, embrace the fears that you have of making mistakes and the responsibilities that might come from just sometimes making the wrong decisions, but often making the right ones, and just go for it. The faster we embrace this journey, the faster we learn, and the faster we'll arrive at wherever it is we want to go. Have a fantastic day. Much love to you all.